and we are in the final day of the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. We'll kick things off with an interesting match in the battle for third between Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA. We're still coming to you live from the Manuel Torres Sports Center in Bago City, Negros Occidental, for the final fixtures of the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. This is Jamer de la Cruz on call for the matches today, and we have an exciting one. Two teams that have went toe to toe against the finalists for this tournament. Unfortunately, they just lack the firepower in the semifinals, but here we are in the battle for third. To start off with the Longopo City Zambales RFA, only one change or a couple of changes for Coach Jerome Tiope's starting lineups. You have Jaden Casella and Arkin Layug making their way into the starting lineups. Onto the other side for Norfa, nothing much has changed with the starting 11. John Kutamora makes it into the starting 11. The wonder goal scorer John Luke Libunao is still in the starting 11 for Coach Francis Roy Bakuma. And it's going to be interesting because these two sides have made it to the semifinals. They went toe to toe against each other as well in the group stages. As we have a look at some of the substitutes that we have out here, Zach Anthony Batia is going to be on the bench for Norfa. So that's one kid that we'll be excited to see later on in this match. But we're talking about Olongapo City, Zambales RFA, and Negros Occidental RFA into the battle for third. These two sides didn't got the favor of the football gods yesterday in the semifinals, but they still have a chance to finish on the podium today for the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. And we have kickoff. Oxford playing from left to right, wearing their black and green kits, almost looking like Nigeria national team's football jerseys. Meanwhile, with Negros Occidental RFA playing from right to left. Again, these two sides have met in the group stages. Oxford making it to the semifinals at the expense of Group B winners NORFA, who they drew with the last time out, a scoreless draw. So that was a tight affair between these two sides, and we're expecting the same thing in this 90 minutes of action, or we might go to distance, might go to extra time and the penalties because of how it panned out in their first matchup. Oxfa looking to clear the ball out of danger and just try to move forward. Yeah, Borrello was part of the starting lineups yesterday against Iloilo Guimaras RFA. It's been a tall order for this Central Luzon side. They've lost 10-0 against a dominant Iloilo Guimaras RFA, but nothing to be ashamed of for Coach Jerome Tiope's side because this is their first time in the national tournament and they were able to make it to the semifinals. Almost a goal scoring opportunity there for Norfa. The goalkeeper, Zejan Garcia, was able to meet the ball well. Oxford looking to move forward in the middle. Borrello with a pass to the left side. Back to Borrello they go. Nobody in the middle for Oxford. Still trying to win the ball on that deep side of Norfa. It goes back to the goalkeeper. This is their third choice keeper in SJ Sandag, making his appearance in the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. An opportunity for Oxfa. A shot on goal and it's in. 3 minutes into this game, and Miel Vander Daguman with an early opener for Olongapo City Zambales RFA. The converted forward is at it again. Let's take a look at that sequence. Daguman using his body and just dominating the back line of Negros Occidental RFA. A missed header there from the number 8 Lagahit, and it opened up the opportunity for Miel Vander Daguman to score the opening goal. OCZFA are looking to go home with a trophy in their hands and make sure that they make Olongapo City Zambales FA proud. But there is a chance for NORFA. Met well once again by SJ or by Zajan Garcia. OCZFA with a 1-0 advantage over the hosts, Negros Occidental RFA, and they're trying to win the possession. One thing that they weren't able to enjoy yesterday against Iloilo Guimaras RFA is having most of the possession in that match. They were sitting back in defense, but in the final day of the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship, they know they have to throw it everything in this game in the hopes of bringing home a trophy back to Central Luzon. NORFA with a chance themselves as they are moving forward. We're able to take it back. OCZFA looking to go on the counter. We're trying to thread that left side of the field where they exploited the defense, but unable to do so that time. OCZFA will win possession once again through this throw-in. A long throw for OCZFA, taken away by NORFA. Moving on the left flank once again. Yesterday, Negros Occidental RFA had a tight encounter against the finalists NCR FA. They were on the side of a 3-1 loss, but what we could take away from that match was the screamer of a goal from the number 24 John Luke Libunao from way out, was able to find the back of the net. OCZFA with a free kick after a foul on the other side. Valencia trying to wriggle his way past the defenders, but unable to do so. They have a free or a throw in to use. 6 minutes into this contest. So far, so good for the debutants in the Nationals. NORFA now with a chance on the counter-attack themselves. Going the route in the middle, but the defense of OCZFA is there to cover. Last touch, white shirt, so it's going to go to the side of OCZFA for a throw. Glad you're still joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We're live on the YouTube channel of the Philippine Football Federation. We hope you share the stream to your family and friends to catch some early morning football action in the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. We're also live at Facebook. And once we get the opportunity, we'll be giving some shout outs to our viewers. We peaked at around 700 to 800 viewers in both of the semifinal matches yesterday. So we hope for more today in this final fixtures for this tournament. A corner coming up for Negros Occidental RFA, who's gone down 1-0 after a strike from the Guman. They have the opportunity to pull a goal back. Here's the outswinger for Norfa, headed out. Still an opportunity coming the way of Norfa, but they have to send it back first. It was Sales who took it back to his teammates. Now forward pass, met well by the defense of Oxfa. Now Borello with the possession for Oxfa, sending it forward once again, looking for the Guman up front. The Guman lost control. Now it goes to the other side for Norfa, sending a long ball to the left side. That was Martos on the left. That is being the target man. He's been the target man yesterday for Norfa, and they're hoping for the same here. Just unlocked in the attack. They have the opportunity now, Norfa. On the right side with the turn. Looking for that pass inside the box. Scramble inside the box between Mendoza and I believe it was Libunao. Finally, it's been cleared by Oxfa to the delight of Andreas Borello. Our officials for this match, Zaid Amir Malang, assisted by J. Mark Kayabyab and Raymart Celosa, who are going to keep the order inside the field. Our fourth official is Nino Andre Leoparte, and our match commissioner is Ira Ilan. 10 minutes into this battle for third between Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA. The only difference so far is player number 4, Miel Vander Daguman of Oxva, who scored the opening goal inside the first 3 minutes of this contest. Norfa with possession. Libunao takes it back to Tachado, who sends the ball forward but headed out. Team captain Neil Gelia will restart the play at the back. Long ball looking for his teammate up front. Just couldn't connect as Garcia was able to read that long pass. Borello once again winning the ball for Oxfa. He's been the key for his side in the past few games. Now good pressure being applied by Casella on the right. Casella being sandwiched by 2 players in white. Now Norfa clears the ball away only as far as the number 3 Gatbunton, who had his hands full against Iloilo Guimaras RFA earlier or yesterday in the semifinals. Throw in for Norfa. Tachado starts the play with Libunao. Long pass from Libunao, not finding anyone. Carino, the back pass to Yel. An option to move forward for Valencia and Oxfa, if they could get possession, and they will. Now good pass forward, just unable to meet that ball well by Casella. Now Norfa, on the left side they go. Martos, threading that needle, and good clearance from Oxfa. Yesterday we had an interval of 15 minutes for the cooling break for the semi-final match. It was on the second half of Oxfa versus Igirfa. Then on the entire match between NCRFA and Norfa. With the temperature out there in Bago City, Negros Occidental, we would be expecting the same here today, because hydration is key for our youngsters, our stars of tomorrow. NORFA with the ball. Borello was able to block the pass. Now Valencia trying to find the next pass for them. Opts to go with Gatbunton. Now they go back to Borello. Good pass on the left side. Valencia thinking about the next move with the fake. Couldn't get the pass across to Daguman. Clearance for Norfa only as far as Carino. Carino with a touch from Norfa. De La Cruz went down on the challenge from Carino. No foul, says the referee. Was just a bit of a stomp after the play. Quite unintentional as well. So possession goes to the side of Norfa after they take the throw in. If yesterday Oxford was having a difficult time with the ball, this time around they're spending most of the time over the last 10 minutes. Offside has been called for Daguman in the earlier sequence, as he was quite eager to go for the counterattack. Norfa with a chance to take home medals and trophies in front of their supporters. But as it stands, Oxfa is in the way with that 1-0 margin. Olongapo City Zambales FA unable to make good use of the possession that they have. Libunao with the ball right now for Norfa. They're trying to move forward. Libunao with the paces. Garcia with that save, preventing Libunao to score another goal in this tournament. Now Daguman winning the ball for Oxba. Counter attack. Good through pass to the right, but just too strong for the player to chase. Which Francis Roy Barcuma of Negros Occidental RFA was quite animated in their matchup yesterday against NCRFA. It didn't like most of the time or most of the tactics that his players employed inside the field. Hence, moving on to the battle for third in the final day of the tournament. They wanted to be in the final, but NCRFA was just too much to handle for the hosts. Now 16 minutes into this game, Libunao trying to find a pass in the middle. Scramble for the ball, and Mendoza was the first to it. They send the ball forward now for Daguman, who's off to the races and winning the ball. Good sliding effort from the defense, but still Oxfa with possession on the right side. Casella unable to keep that in control for themselves. Now they go back to SJ Sandag. Valencia with the block. Borello just not connecting with Valencia in that process. NORFA still chasing this game. Still have plenty to go. Just 17 minutes into this matchup. Good threaded pass on the left side for the number 21. Kutamura. Try to go for that pass inside the box. Wasn't able to connect. Referee just checking on Glenn Yell, as he might have gotten hit on the face with the ball. Drop ball and play continues here at the Manuel Y. Torres Sports Center in Bago City, Negros Occidental. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the battle for third between Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA for the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. Good morning to all of our viewers. To those who watched the semifinals yesterday, welcome back to the final set of matches. You have supporters from NORFA and OCZFA in the comment section as well. Martos on the left side for NORFA. To the middle they go for the captain Gelia. Almost dispossessed. Long pass forward. NORFA probing. Still with the ball. Libuna goes down. Play continues for OCZFA as Borello freeing up Gatbunton. The foul has been called already on challenge. Or rather, that was a drop ball for one of the players who went down earlier. So Gatbunton now moving forward for OCZFA. Taken aback once more by Gelia and NORFA. They move to the right side, spreading the ball out and making OCZFA work. Good dribble on the right. Player goes down, but couldn't take on the second player. They will have themselves a corner to use. It was number 27, I believe. Hans de la Cruz. No corner for NORFA. Will they go the short route or find the open man inside the box? You have Sales, Martos inside the box. De la Cruz with a header. Couldn't get that on target, but they still have the chance. Now with the cross. Going far post for the number 18, Sales, but it won't go on target. Interception once again for NORFA. But short-lived as OCZFA now on the counter attack. Too strong of a second touch for John Gatbunton. Gifting the ball back to NORFA. The journey for Olongapo City Zambales RFA heading into this battle for third fixture is quite decent in their debut. They've lost their first match against Golden Davao RFA, but bounced back with a 3-1 win against Iligan Lanao RFA in match day 2. They continue their winning ways against Camiguin Misamis Oriental RFA via 2-1. And like what we mentioned, the matchup against NORFA in their final group stage fixture was or ended in a scoreless draw. One thing's for sure, it's going to be different this time because OCZFA has already scored a goal in this game, and we'll be waiting for NORFA's answer to it. Yesterday, NORFA went down 7 minutes into the matchup, but as close as 2 or 3 minutes, Libuna was able to get the equalizer, so that was quite a quick response. But so far in this match, NORFA hasn't found the answer yet. The Guman went down, feeling something in his stomach after the clash with the defender. Referee will blow his whistle for a drop ball. just to check on the Guman. Medyo nakaramdam tong si Daguman ng medyo physical na depensa galing dito sa Norfa. Let's hope nothing too serious for the goal scorer, as his teammates are gonna need him more in this fixture, given that Norfa won't back down without a fight. By the looks of it, the Guman was actually asking for a foul there. Felt that an elbow hit him in the stomach. The referee won't give any foul, but instead he will call for a cooling break. First one of the match out here, and it allows us to look into the comments and greet our viewers. We have Kyle De Los Santos giving a shout out to Kawit FC, Leo Jeffinson, Catherine Joy Pinili supporting Oxfa, Franklin Francisco, shout out to you, coach, part of the coaching staff for the Aguilas Yumak FC, if I'm not mistaken, as well as University of Makati. He's also giving a shout out to engineer John Francis Bermudez Ariam, Aaron Corpus supporting Oxfa, as well as Lachin Cahudo and Jasper Boyd Yap, giving a shout out to our referee Zaid Amir Malang. After the cooling break, Oxford went on for the attack and was able to win a corner themselves right at the halfway point of the first half. They have advantage here after that goal in the 3rd minute by player number 4, Miel Vander de Guman. Now here's the corner, met well by the defense. It goes back to Gatbunton, who leaves it out for a throw in. Another long one, missed header. Borelio couldn't pounce on it. Valencia heads it down to his teammate Tito. Play continues for Oxford, not anymore, as an offside has been called by the referee. Free kick after the offside call. Norfa still on the back foot. Long ball pass now. Valencia giving pressure up front for Oxfa. Nothing's happening yet over the last 5 minutes. Both sides unable to apply the pressure. But could that change with Norfa moving forward from that left flank? Defense is quite sturdy for for Oxfa at the moment. Libu now opts for the long ball but wasn't able to get one of his teammates. Oxfa still applying that great defense of theirs. Long ball now for Daguman, just not connecting. Still Oxfa with the ball. Tussle in the middle of the field. Norfa winning possession, moving on the right side. Good dribble now. Inside the box, a chance, a strong shot going over the bar for Jerez Nengasca. Getting close. Let's take a look at this again. Good run on the right side. The pass to the middle. Strong of a shot. Norfa still leading for that first goal here in this first half. We'll have another cooling break, I believe, or this is the first official cooling break. If this is lengthier than the first cooling break, then this should be the official one. So again, we are in the battle for third between OCZFA and NORFA. As the scoreboard dictates, Olongapo City Zambales FA with a 1-0 margin over NORFA. It was Miel Vander Daguman who got the opening goal in the 3rd minute. Again, thank you so much to all of our viewers on the live stream. We have Aaron Corpus, Bernadette Alvero, Mar Layug, Aaron Almaraz, and John Earl Balukan. We also have Matthew Abergas. This was the opening goal for OCZFA. Daguman used his physicality in maintaining possession, and when he was within range, didn't hesitate to pull the trigger and open the scoring for OCZFA. Talking about grassroots football as well, we have the U19s happening in Victorias. And also we have the semi-final matches for the PFF Futsal Liga brought to us by the Philippine Sports Commission. Games are being held at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, the House of Futsal. On May 9, we have the U17 category. Starting off with the U17 Girls Plate Division, we have Sporting QC versus Emma Bulacan Highlanders FC at 8 a.m. Followed by Sampaloc Tanay Rizal FC versus Antipolo Highlanders FC at 9:30 a.m. And the U17 Girls semifinals between Beach Hut and Nemesis at 11 a.m. Followed by Pasig Laban versus Silangan at 12:30. Moving on to the boys, U17 Plate, Antipolo versus Pasig Laban at 2 p.m. Followed by Manila Futsal versus Sporting QC at 3:30 p.m. Then the U17 boys semifinals between Sampaloc Tanay Rizal FC versus Nemesis at 5 p.m. to be followed by Paul Stigas Soccer Academy versus Emma Bulacan Highlanders Football Club at 6:30 p.m. And the following day in the men's and women's open category at May 10, the women's plate started off with UMAC and Forza at 8 a.m., followed by Azuri and PWU at 9:30 a.m. And the women's semifinals, FEU versus Enderon at 11, followed by Beach Hut versus the Ascos Development Club at 12:30 p.m. Men's plate, we have Tondo FC versus Sporting QC at 2 p.m., followed by PUP versus UMAC at 3:30. And the men's semifinals, Stefan Schrock and the Ascos Development Club versus UANP at 5 p.m., followed by Enderun and PWU at 6:30 p.m. Those are the fixtures of your 2026 PFF Futsal Liga semifinal matches at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. We go back here at the Manuel Y. Torres Sports Center, Bago City, Negros Occidental for the final fixtures of the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. This is the battle for third between Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA. In the 32nd minute, we're still at 1-0 in favor of OCZFA. But things could change after that cooling break as both sides have refreshed. More importantly, NORFA being given the opportunity to compose themselves and figure out their next attack. Garcia clearing the lines for OCZFA. Libunao couldn't head that one into his teammates, but a chance nonetheless for NORFA on the left flank with John DeMarco Kutamura. Referee calls a stoppage in play as a substitution is coming on for NORFA. Player number 29, Van Daniel Benya, will be checking in for the number 25, Kier Martos, who hasn't been instrumental yet in this game, and he wouldn't be able to find an option anymore as he's been checked out. We've talked about the journey of Olongapo City Zambales RFA in the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. Let's talk about NORFA, the hosts of this tournament. They started off the group stages with a 3-2 win over Simorfa, went on to win 1-0 against Golden Davao RFA in match day 2, and had a huge win over Iligan Lanao RFA in match day 3, 7-1. Counterattack once again for OCZFA. The Guman with a strike, but just couldn't get that on target. Back with the journey of NORFA. They ended the group stages as the Group B winners with a +8 in goal difference. They were held to a scoreless draw by the very team who's leading now in the battle for third, OCZFA. Scramble for the ball on that left side. A foul is going to be called on the number 5, Carino. Angel Lars Tagucio giving a shout out to his brother who's part of the squad, Lars Angelo Sagucio. Ten minutes remaining plus stoppage time here in the first half. NORFA still at the back foot, figuring out how they could score past OCZFA. Could this be the sequence? Good dribble on the right, pass to the middle to the number 21, Kutamura. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Now OCZFA with another clearance themselves, as the Guman couldn't get a touch. Valencia giving chase on the left side. Most of the players of NORFA are composed of players from either San Carlos or Bago City. They're playing in front of their home crowd here at the Manuel Y. Torres Sports Center. They're now moving on the counterattack on that right flank, trying to exploit the spaces there as they've had a couple of opportunities from that side. Play continues for NORFA, but couldn't get any chance. So that'll go back to Olongapo City Zambales FA for a goal kick. Borello with the ball for OCZFA, sending it back to the defense. NORFA once again putting that one in for anybody to make use of. Libunao. Good coverage by Gatpunton. Still with Gatpunton, now taken away by Libunao. Good pass to the middle, miscommunication between two players in white. Casella with a clearance. Valencia looking for that header for his teammate. Just couldn't connect again. Switch of play to the left. Missed touch. But the play continues as the number 21, Kotomura, giving chase. They win themselves a corner with that pressure. So a corner for Norfa. They already had a couple on the other side. Head one in. Garcia just meeting that ball well. Now Oxfa on the other side. Valencia with a long ball forward looking for Daguman. Goes back to the defense. Daguman is the real target man right now for Oxfa, as he's already scored in this match. He's also using his physicality against the defense of Norfa, who's having a hard time marking him. Now got Bunton, long ball forward, chipping that over the defense. Just the Guman couldn't control it. The Guman is asking for his teammates to help him out. Nobody's moving forward for Oxfa other than the Guman. That should change if they want to keep the lead because they have a throw in to make use of. Foul throw, says the referee. It's going back to Norfa with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And Norfa with the counter, deflected once again by Oxfa. They're trying to go the long route out here for Norfa, but the problem is the height difference is there for them. They have, or Oxfa has the likes of Jared Cito and Mendoza in the back line, who are quite tall to prevent those long passes moving forward. So right now, Norfolk just playing possession within themselves. They haven't done much with the possession that they've been given by Oxfa here in the first half. A quick counterattack was enough to give the Guman and Oxford the lead in this game. They're trying to keep it that way, keeping the ball away from the goal mouth as well. Galia, the pass to the other side. And now Libunao. 1-2 passing. Libunao through ball. It was too much, but I believe De La Cruz could have been on if he gave chase for that ball. Oxfa once again with a clearance. 4 against 1. This is the difference so far with Norfa and Oxfa. You see Norfa moving with plenty of players forward, while Oxfa only have that one target man up front, which is the Guman. He's going to be taking on the entire defense because he has that size, he has the physicality, but it will be very difficult for him to do that for the entire 90 minutes if he's doing that alone. We'll have a throw in for Norfa. Got Bunton needs to check out for a moment. Needs to be treated by the physios. Back we go in the action. Kelia couldn't get that long pass. For the strike was the number 18, I believe, Sales. Still not connecting. Kelia, pass to the right side. Once more for Norfa. Plenty of players in attack. But again, OCZFA with the block, keeping that away from the goal. Gelia against Borello. Borello wins it for OCZFA. The Guman, no help at the moment. And OCZFA will look to string a counterattack themselves. The Guman once again is the option up front. Lagahit is to cover him. It's quite late for the players of OCZFA to give support to the Guman. And now a counterattack is on for NORFA. A chance to get an equalizer before halftime. A pass to the middle, another strike. Almost the same script for Kutamura there as his shot went over the bar. It was a lovely placed ball right in the middle of that penalty box. But the bouncing ball was misjudged by Kutamura. Throw in once again for NORFA. A chance for them to get the equalizer as we're heading into halftime. Good dribble again on the right. Fakes the cross and win themselves a corner. Another substitution here, this time for OCZFA. The injured Gatbunton has been checked out in favor of Joseph Atenya.
There will be a minimum of 4 minutes added time.
We'll have 4 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. De La Cruz couldn't get a teammate there. They still have possession. They still have the opportunity to get a goal back. OCZFA really composed in defense. Atenya, first touches of the ball. And Atenya heads it out only as far as another player in white. And finally, they cleared the danger out. Another long pass, now inside the box. Garcia with a great save, a chance. Scramble inside the box. OCZFA doing their best to keep this out of goal. They finally will do so, but at an expense of a corner. My, oh my, plenty of chances for NORFA to get that across the line. Let's take a look at that again. Garcia with the first save, then his teammates with the block. Nengasca was fighting for possession, but just couldn't pull the trigger from close range as he's covered by 3 players in black and green. You could feel there's a sense of urgency now from NORFA as they're applying much more pressure compared to what they've been doing in the past 10 minutes. So they go the left side now for Nengasca. Long ball inside. Nengasca was able to get his own pass. Atenya with the block. And now they move forward. The Guman once again all alone against the defense of NORFA. And he's not going to be able to do anything there without his teammates. As Tachado wins it for NORFA. Lipuno with another long ball. Good pass to the path of his teammate. Pass across. Atenya with the block. Still with NORFA. About a minute remaining on their side to either get the leveler or just prevent another goal from coming in. Lipu now. Pass forward too strong. That will go out for a throw. Could be in for the final sequence of the first half. So Oxford's throw in was met well by Norfa as they win possession, but they wouldn't be able to do anything as referee Zaid Amir Malang calls time. It's halftime here at the Manuel Y. Torres Sports Center in Bago City, Negros
Ladies
Occidental.
and gentlemen,
We
the
played
halftime
45
score
minutes, but so
is
far the only difference of the match
City
is
Zambales
the goal
FA
from Miel
1,
Vander de Guman in
Negros
the third minute.
Occidental
We'll be back in a
RFA
few minutes
0.
for the second half of this match between the Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA. Welcome back to the Manuel Torres Sports Center in Bago City, Negros Occidental, as we are set for the second half of the battle for third matchup between OXFA and NORFA. We have a couple of substitutions to confirm for you, ladies and gentlemen, but I can see Sagusio coming in for Carino of OXFA. We're just making sure that we haven't missed out any substitutions, but we are in for an interesting second half, ladies and gentlemen, because at the moment, the underdogs, the debutants of this tournament, Olongapo City Zambales FA, are leading tournament favorites turned podium chasing Negros Occidental RFA. We have 45 minutes left for Norfa to turn this around and make this a game for themselves, or for Olongapo City Zambales FA to pull away and get that second or marginal goal if they can to apply some more separation. We are on for the second half. If you haven't had your breakfast yet, you may want to do so in front of your TV screens or your mobile phones or your computer and catch some early morning action of the PFF U16 Boys Championship.
Substitution for
We are coming to you
Olongapo City
live from the
Zambales
Manuel Torres
FA.
Sports Center in Bago
Player
City,
number
Negros
5,
Occidental.
Kenneth
We're streaming
Carino.
across Facebook
Replaced by
and YouTube,
player
so make
number
sure to share that
18,
to your friends
flag
and family as
substitution.
well. Later this morning at 9:15, we have the final between NCRFA and Iloilo Guimaras RFA. Interesting battle there as both sides stomped their dominance in the semifinals. Iloilo Guimaras with a 10-0 win over the leading Oxfa right now in the battle for third, and NCRFA winning 3 goals to 1 over NORFA. NORFA now with a chance on the right side. De La Cruz couldn't get that across, and it goes straight to Garcia, who will keep that on their side. Valencia tried to send it forward, but Gelia was there to cover for Norfa. And now they try to move forward. Atencio, or Atenya rather, was able to get the ball away. Looks like another substitution, or rather, just a player who went off is back on the field. Norfa, counterattack on the left side, keeping that inside the play. Player goes down, too strong of a nudge from the number 17, Arkin Layug. Was a push on Jerez Nengasca. So free kick at a dangerous spot here for Norfa and an opportunity for them to pull a goal back. Glad to have on the stream Coach Fitch Hans Cosmos Arboleda. We also have JM Natanawan joining us. Manuel Mendoza just having a talking to with referee Zaid Malang as he's the lone man on the wall for Oxfa. Referee waves him on. And here's the signal. Free kick, punched out. Atenya trying to get a touch to it, even a player from Norfa, but it's been cleared out. Gelia with the ball again. Gelia sending it forward. Still couldn't find the teammate. De La Cruz on the right. Still with De La Cruz. Good pressure being applied by Jared Calcito or Calcito. Now helping him out was Kutamora, and Cito was able to keep the possession for Olongapo City Zambales FA and clear the ball out. Seen this player back in March during the CFA Cup, who also got the Best Defender award in the said tournament, and he's showing that in this game against NORFA. Player went down for NORFA. We resume action here at this battle for third between OCZFA and NORFA. Trying to fix the scoreboard for you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, it'll be back shortly. NORFA was trying to push forward with Nengasca on the left flank, but couldn't find a teammate. They just rolled the ball out for a goal kick. Atenya, a short one, met well by NORFA. Ibuna with the fake. He can take that strike from distance, but just didn't do so. And Mendoza clearing that out. They're asking for offside, but the referee calls for a corner. Here's the delivery inside the box. Scramble, header in. Garcia was able to save the ball again. Told you, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with that scoreboard. So we're in the 52nd minute now. OCZFA still in the lead thanks to a goal from the number 4 Daguman in the 3rd minute of action. We have a couple of substitutions coming up for NORFA, but they have a chance on goal. Garcia once again stepping up to the plate, blocking the shot of Hans de la Cruz. If he's been silent in the first half, he's meeting more and more shots here in the second. NORFA again with the ball. They're quite dangerous whenever they have possession. You know how to pass the ball around and find an open teammate. They went close to scoring through Hans de la Cruz, but Zajan Garcia just keeping the scoreline to 1-0 at the moment. Atenya, not the clearance he was looking for. OCZFA giving chase for the ball is the number 18, the substitute Sogusho. NORFA once more on the offensive. Atenya with a clearance. Sagusho moving forward, a chance, 2-on-1. Great defense again by NORFA. You will not let OCZFA get those open chances. The goalkeeper Sandag gets the ball for NORFA. Gets us started again on the attack. Long pass. Again, they're trying to go that long route, but we all know that the ingredients for success for NORFA could be in those short passes that they're doing, the tiki-taka that they're doing inside the field. quite uncharacteristic for NORFA to be pushing more and more long balls up front. They're well known for the possession, and they get that. Libunao to the left side. Atenya, good block. That will roll out for a corner. Here's the chance for NORFA earlier on. The scramble inside. Garcia stepping up to the plate, and then a clearer chance for De La Cruz, but he hit that straight to the gloves of Garcia. Two players coming on for NORFA. We have Serfino and Betia.
Player number 27, Hans de la Cruz, replaced by player number 10, Zach
So it
Betea.
seems like De La Cruz has been checked out.
Player number 21, John DeMarco Cotamora.
Another chance here. Ball bouncing inside the field.
Tarzan Serfino.
They have a chance. Just like that. Seems like NORFA has a chance through a penalty shout. Saeed Amir Malang just confirming with his assistant referee what's the call. It's looking good. Let's see this sequence here. It appears that it's just going to be a corner. Let's see what happened there. A punch. Here's the shot. Scramble inside the box. I think it was number 13, Glenn Yell, who there asking for a handball, but the referee says it's clean. Was just ball to hand, I believe. So here's the corner. A shot. Not going to bother the goalkeeper anytime soon. NORFA once again looking to probe for the attack as they send another long ball onto the right side. Too strong for Zach Anthony Betia to chase. Player we've been watching for last time against NCRFA is back in action. Expect that he's going to be using his size and his speed as well in the attack. He's quite aggressive for NORFA. So that should help them out in the final minutes of action here. Clearance by Sandag, quite a dangerous one as OCZFA has been putting the pressure on. Long ball forward once again. And NCRFA just couldn't connect with their passes. Goes out for a goal kick. Tenya, another short one. Now Betia with a header. Tenya missed the header on the other side. Mendoza with the clearance. Good Mendoza, send this one out. Not this time as NORFA winning the ball again in midfield. It's been a battle of attrition in midfield for NORFA and OCZFA. So far, NORFA has been controlling the midfield. They still have a 1-0 deficit against OCZFA. Good pass to the middle. On the turn, is that Betia giving chase, or rather that was Serfino. Ball goes out. They win themselves a corner though. Height advantage is here now for NORFA as they have Serfino and Betia inside the box or inside the field. Question is, will they make good use of the chance that they have right now with this corner? Sent one in. Betia couldn't get a touch or a clean touch. Nonetheless, another clearance for Norfa. Tachado moving forward now. Betia takes a shot. Mendoza is there to cover again for Oxfa. Another header out from Mendoza. Only as far as another player in wide who takes a strike. Garcia holding on the ball, giving that away from goal. Player goes down for Oxva. It looks like it's Miel Vander de Guman who's feeling cramps right now. Of course, this is something that we don't want to see, but let's look at the replay first on what happened. Oh, his legs might have gave out after he tried to clear the ball. So the number of games are taking its toll on these players because in the group stages they play every other game, if we're not mistaken. Then in the knockouts or the semifinals, they played yesterday in the morning, and then they are playing again in the battle for third at the same time slot for Olongapo City Zambales FA. So he's gonna be checked out. He's gonna be ushered out by the medics. Will Jerome Teope bring in a new player in replacement of the Guman? Will we see the Guman back in action? Well, it's not looking good for the Guman because it's quite painful. We hope it's just cramps. We hope it's just the fatigue over the last few games that they played. Hoping for nothing too serious for the Guman as Garcia sent the ball forward after the drop ball. So Oxford down to 10 men temporarily. Now moving forward is Norfa. Unlucky bounce. Garcia once again. But this time he will not get the ball as Serfino equalizes in the 62nd minute. The pressure was just too much for Zajan Garcia to handle. And Fire John Serfino adding fuel to the fire that is called the comeback for Oxfa. Garcia is down on the ground. We have to check how he's doing. But it's game on here. Let's take a look in the attacking sequence. A long ball forward from the defense, a poor bounce, and then Betia made use of the bounce after Garcia's save. Here's another good look on a different angle. Strong, solid shot. Hits the stomach of Garcia. The power was just too strong for him to handle. He's gonna be stretchered off. Not what you're looking for if you are Oxfa. they will stretcher Garcia off, who has been quite a decent goalkeeper in this game, other than that goal that he allowed. The problem right now for Coach Jerome Teope is that in this starting list, he doesn't have a goalkeeper listed out here. And the remaining players that we have Vince Reynald Viernes, Bradley Cajudo, and Kaipo Sobreo. Viernes is listed as a defender, so he could step in as a goalkeeper if he knows how to play keeper. Then you have Kaipo Sobreo and Bradley Cajudo, who's listed as a forward. One thing's for sure, OCZFA couldn't play this game without a goalkeeper in between the sticks. And by the looks of it, Atenya is going to be the one to wear the bib and stepped up as a goalkeeper for OCZFA. He's rushing on to the sidelines. First to possibly check on Garcia. Next to get his gloves. Oh, NORFA's just been given a huge advantage here, as Garcia's been preventing all of the shots of NORFA in the first half and in the second half as well. A solid strike from Fire John Serfino hit Garcia first on the stomach, based from the replay, and now he's been stretchered off. Coming into his place will be the substitute Joseph Atenya, who has been brought in by Coach Jerome Teope as a defender. And now he's going to be playing as a goalkeeper. So let's see if it will work out for Coach Jerome Teope and OCZFA, as the podium is slowly slipping away from OCZFA and moving on to the side of Negros Occidental RFA. They have the attack here. Atenya with the first save of the ball. Good clearance as well. Might be freeing up his teammate Casella on the right side. Tachado is there to block him out. Two players colliding with each other, but referee continues with the play. So a foul was committed there on that sequence, so it's going to be a free kick for Olongapo City Zambales FA. A chance for them to at least get a goal here. They're going to be denied by Sandag, who sent it forward right away for NORFA to make use. Plenty of personnel for them. Mibuna pass to the left side. For number 8, Lagahit just didn't get the ball. Or rather, it was number 10, Zach Anthony Batia. Referee Zaid Amir Malang is going to the fourth official, I believe, as we have a stoppage in play here. I haven't noticed if OCZFA has put in any player in this game. Yellow card for Daguman. He was out for quite a while, being attended to by the physios, and now he's back and gets the yellow card as well for that. Into the 70th minute of the game. Score is at 1-1. The Guman scored the opening goal in the 3rd minute. Then on the 63rd, Fire John Serafino equalizing for NORFA. Throw in past the back line of OCZFA. And Mendoza was able to clear it out of danger. Jared Cito now moving forward for OCZFA. Onto the right side for Casella. Lagahit is there covering him and getting the ball away for NORFA. Another chance here for NORFA. Libuna with a strike. He had a goal yesterday from quite some distance, but couldn't get that on target against Atenya. We're still not getting any substitutions, I believe, for the goalkeeper there, Garcia, who's been stretchered off. And over the past 3 minutes or so, Atenya has been the goalkeeper for OCZFA. They're playing this with 10 men. We're going to confirm that later on as OCZFA has possession. Just doing the count here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players at the back. We have 2 players up front. Are we seeing 9 players? Or 6 players? 10 players, right, for OCZFA. So they're down a man right now. They haven't decided yet on who to come on. They just opt to play this with 10 men. Counter-attack for NORFA. Pass to the middle. Nobody there. Alright, so the Guman, I believe, was the player who went on there to make it 11 for them. Lagahit. Now a shot from distance. Again, they're trying to test Atenya, but none of it is being on target. And with that signal by the referee, we'll be going into a cooling break. That a lot of you in the comment section, so it's time for us to recognize some of our viewers. We are currently at 375 on Facebook. We have Rachel Menares, Trish Valencia, Zikea Doronilia, Prince Fajardo, Ferian Bacho. We have Emily Althea Ferrer. Again, if you've just joined us, this is the battle for third between the Olongapo City Zambales FA and Negros Occidental RFA in the PFF U16 Boys Championship. Jamer de la Cruz on call for this match. We've had quite a match out here. In the 3rd minute, Miel Daguman scored the opening goal. But on the 63rd minute was Fire Terfino who equalized for them. This is the shot that gave them the equalizer from Fire John Serafino. A strong one that went straight to the stomach of Garcia. It was too strong for him to handle. He was stretchered off and was subbed on or was replaced by Atenya. And so far in the second half, it's been all Negros Occidental RFA applying the pressure and the attack. We have about 15 minutes left once we come back in this game. So don't go away. It's going to be a huge, huge final quarter of the matchup between OCZFA and NORFA. If we go scoreless or if we go level after 90 minutes, could expect that this is going to go to extra time and the penalties. Another round of shout outs out here. We have Benedict Ballesteros, Mila Maniago, and Annie Labrador. For sure, karamihan sa inyo ay nag-aalmusal pa lang sa ganitong oras. Don't worry, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Kapag kape na tayo bago magsimula ang laro. At umaasa tayo ngayon sa cup noodles at biskwit para meron tayong lakas sa mga susunod na minuto nitong aksyon na to. Sabihin nyo naman sa amin anong almusal nyo ngayong umaga, yung mga nandyan sa comment section natin. Angelo Dingding, tara NORFA. And we have a lot of fans on the comment sections from NORFA and OCZFA. And we're so glad that you're joining us in this early morning fixture. We started at 6:30 in the morning. It's now 8 a.m. And we're still at the battle for third between Olongapo City, Zambales, FA, and Negros Occidental RFA. Later at 9:15, we have the championship match between NCRFA and Iloilo Guimaras RFA. I hope you stay tuned for that game as we have the resumption of the battle for third at the 77th minute. Yan, meron daw nagmamalunggay pandesal ngayon. Chance now for NORFA on that left flank. Good fake, a strike, good block as well by Daguman. He scored the opening goal and he's helping out his side in defense. With the cross now and a shot, and that is a goal for NORFA. They broke through the offside trap. The goal scorer yesterday, goal scorer again today, as Jean-Luc Libunao gives the go-ahead goal for Negros Occidental RFA. Let's take a look at that again. Here's the pass from the right side. Great assist from Carlos Sales, finding the gap. Look at this one. Olongapo employed the offside trap, but Libuna was ready for it. He was waiting for them to make a mistake, and they do so. And in the 78th minute, NORFA with that go-ahead goal and possibly could finish on the podium with 12 minutes left in this match. That's what NORFA has been looking for since the first half. A goal that could spring life into their side. A goal that could give them the hopes that they could finish on the podium. Libunao on the ball once again. Still with Libunao. He's looking for his brace. Now inside the box, looking for the cross. Blocked by Borrello and headed back to Atenia. 10 minutes left. And we see a late attack from OCZFA and apply more drama into this game. I just want to take this time as well to appreciate the presence of the one and only Jovin Bedic from Kaya FC Iloilo. Giving props to Iloilo Guimaras RFA. I'm pretty sure he's going to watch that final against NCRFA later at 9:15 a.m. Thank you, Jovin, sa pagsuporta. NORFA now with a chance again on the right. Serfino blocked by Daguman. Another shot gone begging for NORFA. It's been NORFA for the last 10 minutes in this game. Another strike. And it goes out of the goal frame. It'll be a goal kick for OCZFA. Substitutions happening on the field for OCZFA. We have player number 9, Cajudo, checking into this game.
Player number 4, Mia Daguman, replaced by player number 11.
We also have player number
Player number
2,
1,
Sobreo.
Garcia, replaced by player number 9, Bradley Cajudo, and player number 13, Glenn Yell, replaced by player number 2, Kaipo Sobreo.
So with the score line of 2-1 in favor of NORFA, which Jerome Teope opted to go for his final substitutions here. Ball scrambling inside the box, and they were able to clear it out. NORFA, non-stop attack from the hosts as they aim to finish on the podium. Looks like there is a foul away from the ball. Here's NORFA once again on the offensive in the left side of the field. They couldn't get a chance there. Sobreo now taken away by by the number 10 Betia. Another chance for NORFA to seal the deal. Couldn't connect with Sales there, but they will have another throw in deep into the side of OCZFA. Sales brings it down. Now here we go on the right. Good cross, couldn't get the shot in. It was quite high, if you ask me. Might be a high boot. They continue on with the play. Here's the cross. Delfino once again. Is it back? Betia. A strike headed out by Borrello. Still keeping OCZFA within touching distance against NORFA. Corner to be taken by Gelia and NORFA. with 6 minutes left plus stoppage time. There's Galia with the cross in, and it's headed in for the insurance goal. Should be game, set, and match now for NORFA, as player number 18, Carlos Sales, putting the icing on the cake for Negros Occidental RFA. Let's look at that again. Atenya was alert for it. He got a touch. Or he didn't got a touch, actually. It went over him, flying over him. And it was Sales on the back post, putting in that all-important insurance goal for NORFA. And with how things look, NORFA should be good to keep this lead for the next 5 minutes. Podium places are within reach for Negros Occidental RFA. Olongapo City Zambales FA looking to spoil the party for the hosts and pull a goal back and give us a late game thriller. Here's the corner, kicked away. Tito, covered by two players in white. A foul is called against NORFA. Jared Kalel-Sito will get a free kick for OCZFA. They led the game for as much as 62 minutes. Now they are trailing this match by 2 goals. Borello and Olongapo City Zambales FA will be calling on the football gods to help them out and turn this around, a miraculous turnaround if they can, to force extra time with 3 minutes remaining. Borello with a free kick, sending it over the bar. It looked good for Borello, but just had too much height in that shot. NORFA now looking to move forward and just put this game to bed. Another goal could surely win them the 3rd place honors for this game. Interception of the ball for Gelia. Throw in favor of NORFA. Cross from the number 29 Benya inside the box again. Serafino couldn't win the ball against the defender. It's Viernes, I believe. And now a counter-attack. Casella on the left side. 2 minutes remaining. Gagahit with the coverage. Throw in for OCZFA. On the far left side of your screens, you could see Iloilo Guimaras RFA already warming up for the championship game against NCRFA happening at 9:15 a.m. Valencia on the left side now for OCZFA. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Got that through the legs. Casella through pass from Valencia. Again with Valencia, hounded by 2 defenders. Just a minute left before stoppage time. Largo send it forward. Oxbow once again with Mendoza. Now a long pass forward. Serfino could finish this off. Serfino with a strike, and surely a third place finish now for Negros Occidental RFA as Fire John Serfino scores his brace in the 89th minute of this match. Serfino, the substitute, on rushing against Atenya. And Atenya is not gonna challenge him there. Another good look, good pass, breaking through the offside once again. And all Serfino had to do was to keep that on target, and he did. 4 goes to 1 in favor of Oxba. Good chance for Oxba there, but Sandag was able to clear it out. Another long pass. Just confirming the stoppage time here, if it's gonna be enough. Agahit being pressured on by Mendoza.
There will be a minimum of 8 minutes added time.
8 added minutes in this game. 8 minutes to add more goals, and they will try to do so. Serfino once again gets past Atenya, but couldn't get a touch of the ball. Almost a hat trick there for Serfino. Coach Francis Roy Barcuma left his aces on the bench for the first half and pulled them off in the second. Serfino was the best among the rest with a brace to his name and giving NORFA a 3-goal margin over Oxfa in this battle for third. 6 minutes left. NORFA with possession again and moving forward. Ever so dangerous whenever they have the ball and they're moving forward like that. Another opportunity here. Number 11, Jopanda just couldn't take a shot. Goes out to the path of Nengasca. Long ball forward from Gelia. Just a touch. Cleared away. Dobreo couldn't get a touch to the ball for Oxfa. And NORFA once again on the attack. A shot. Atenya couldn't do anything about it as the floodgates have opened. And player number 10, Zach Anthony Betia, adds on another goal. 5th one for NORFA. Game well and truly done and dusted as Zach Betia gets his goal in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. It was just too strong. It's just too strong for Atenya to save. Another chance here. He left it late, but it was more than what we expected. We thought this is going to be a close game, but NORFA proving that they belong in the podium places and amongst the best 3 programs in the country when it comes to grassroots football. And with 5 goals to 1, with 5 minutes left, surely they are part of that elite class. Tempers flaring here as Serfino had some words for the defender of Oxfa. Didn't like what happened, and Serfino's gonna get a yellow card. It's at the end of the game. Fire John, you have the lead. This is no longer needed. He's gonna apologize, but the damage has been done. The yellow card for Fire John Serfino. It went on with. Oh, that's the reason why. Now I can see why. Vince Viernes almost, almost pulling off a punch there. I could understand. I could understand. But Viernes controlled himself. And unlike Serafino, who couldn't control his emotions, he was able to get away with just a warning. Serafino got a yellow card in the process. Serafino with the ball for NORFA. With just 3 minutes remaining, they could just play with the ball here. Surely they could win this game. But they want to impose their dominance over OCZFA. And they're looking for more goals. Wouldn't come that time as Valencia clears it out. Tito has been dispossessed by two players in white. Ibunao. Another long ball. Sito with the block. Possession is the name of the game for NORFA. It worked well for them. Whenever they have possession, they know how to pass the ball around and control possession well. They've shown that in the second half. They've been very patient. And with that patience, they were able to pull away and get this 5-1 advantage. A threaded pass from Libunao. Long ball forward from Sales. Looking for Betia on the left side. Betia keeps it in play. Now with the cross. The bounce. A shot! And that is the 6th goal for NORFA. No mercy being shown here by Zyke Villamor and Negros Occidental RFA as they continue the barrage of attack, and they tack on one more with just about 2 minutes left, or I believe a minute left in this game. Winning the game isn't enough. They had to impose their dominance over Olongapo City Zambales FA. They had to make sure that the draw was just a lucky result in the group stages. And in the battle for third, it was all NORFA. Podium place is secured. The only question remaining, how many more goals are we going to add more to this tally? Betia wins a corner for NORFA. Could be the last sequence of play. 5-goal margin over Olongapo City Zambales FA. Another chance here, a strike, low fizz in one, and Atenya finally got a touch and hold on to the ball. Lagahit will control that ball. Just relax with it. And that is it. That's the full-time whistle. Negros Occidental FA finishes the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship in the podium as they win third place against Olongapo City Zambales FA. We thought Olongapo City Zambales FA will make it difficult for NORFA as Miel Vander Taguman scored the opening goal in the 3rd minute. But after 60 minutes, Fire John Serfino equalized for NORFA. On the 78th minute, Libunao scored the go-ahead goal. On the 85th minute, Sales added more to it. And then Serfino scored his brace to apply more damage towards the end of the match, Betia and Villamor closing out and starting the party for the hosts, Negros Occidental RFA, who finishes third place in the 2026 PFF U16 Boys Championship. It's been a pleasure bringing you this battle for third, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope you stick around as in a few minutes we will have the championship game between NCRFA and Iloilo Guimaras RFA. But for now, we say goodbye from the Manuel Y. Torres Sports Center, Bago City, Negros Occidental. Final score, Olongapo City Zambales Football Association 1, Negros Occidental RFA 6.
Once again, we thank you all for coming today. Sabi na nagpipinang kamo na bisitahon ang PFF Youth Competitions Facebook page and the official PFF website, pff.org.ph, para sa mga detalye on the PFF U16 Boys National Championship 2025.
Hi, I'm Gianluc Bilibuna and I'm from San Carlos.
Okay, okay dyan, naka-live tayo ngayon. So, third place, nakakuha pa rin ng trophy. This is the first U16 championship sa buong Pilipinas. Ano pakiramdam? Nakuha na yung third place.
Siyempre masaya kasi nakuha namin yung third kahit na sa first half na scorean kami ng 1. Masaya,
Sige,
masaya din kami na naka-score kami sa Singanab at nanalo.
kanina mo dinededicate itong third place at ang pagkapanalo ng team niyo? Kaya mo dinededicate?
Kay Lawrence Martos.
Sige, batiin mo na lahat ng friends mo.
Uy! Ay, alay na rin! Alay na rin!
Batiin mo na lahat ng friends mo and family.
Shoutout
to my ex daw.
Uy! Oh, salamat sa gasuporta. Salamat kayo sa tan. God bless.
Thank you, John Luke. Tatawag ko lang si Coach, ha?
I'm Coach Manji, assistant coach of the NORFA.
Coach, this is the inaugural first ever 2016 national U16 national tournament, and you got a trophy here at home. Kahit third place, this is an achievement. Ano pong masasabi niyo?
First of all, salamat ako sa mga supporters sa siyempre sa mga family nila, and also sa NORFA na dito yung PFF National na ginawa. So, yung masabi ko lang, proud ako sa mga boys kasi until last minute hindi sila nagpapatalo. So, gusto talaga lang manalo for the game.
Coach, describe the entire 2-week experience. Talagang naglalaro dito, playing hard ang mga bata. Na ano naman po, na-enjoy ba nila or ano po?
Una, na-enjoy naman nila. Very excited nga yung mga bata para dito sa ilang araw naming stay dito sa Bago. So, adjust konti kasi malayo sila sa pamilya. And sinasabi namin sa kanila na lagi sa mga bata na focus lang tayo kung ano yung gagawin natin dito. Hindi lang yung gagala tayo, so di focus tayo kung regarding sa game namin.
Siguro, batiin nyo lahat ng mga Negrosanon na nagpunta.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga taga-Negros nag-support sa amin. At tanan siguro, ari di nag-suporta sa amon. Damo nga salamat, especially sa Bago for hosting this U16 National. And sa Carlos po, thank you. Biskan wala mo, naargya po mo katanaw na mo suporta. Salamat kayo. Kaning daog na mo para ninyo tanan. Salamat kayo.
Thank you po. Salamat kayo.